Yeah, happy new week everyone, and happy new month to you. Welcome to this new week episode of Know Your Pest by DFORTUNE. Know Your Pest is a place where you get to see or learn everything about pest control. We bring knowledge of basic pest control measures you can take to make sure you are living pest free. I'm Ayode DFORTUNE of Pest Shop, DFORTUNE Pest Solution, and I'm pleased to be here today on this week episode of Know Your Pest. I hope you've been living pest free. Ensure you live pest free. Remember, health is wealth. And before we proceed, always ensure you click on the subscribe button of this channel so that you can always get to know and see more of this kind of video where we're going to be enlightening you, teaching you, and talking to you in a professional way to ensure every one of us live pest free. On today's episode of Know Your Pest by DFORTUNE, I have a wonderful guest in the house. I have a professional in the house, awesome person in the house that practices pest control professionally in Lagos and in Nigeria. And I'm pleased today to introduce the one and only Mr. Chuks, Mr. Chuks of TrueBlue Cleaning. Welcome to Pest Shop, Mr. Chuks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. It's pleasing to have you at Pest Shop and to always have you come around, and we're glad to have you today. Thank you for coming. Okay, briefly, I just wanted to, you're going to introduce yourself, what you do, and I want to be telling us about what are the common pests, based on your experience on the field, in Lagos especially, what are the common pests that you've seen occur and reoccur, especially with your customers, and what are your solutions and your advice for the general populace? Thanks.
Thank you. Chuks of TrueBlue Cleaning Services. From years of experience, one pest that is a serious challenge for homes is bedbugs. Bedbugs. We find that people have that problem, and the greatest issue with them is actually getting rid of the bedbugs.
Absolutely.
So they go on and contract one pest service provider, pest control service provider, contract another one, and then they just keep on having recurrence. It continues there, And what I find is one of the challenges that results in that is the pest service, pest control service people provider, that they call. Yeah, don't really understand the life cycle of the bedbug. So when they go in for treating bedbugs, they just assume that they are working with every other pest. So what they would do for cockroaches or ants, they just go in and then they do the same thing and expect that they are going to get results.
It's not going to be the same.
It's not going to work at all. So they need to understand the life cycle. How exactly do they produce? The biology of the that's right. Yeah. And sometimes they don't take into consideration this fact that typically for bed bugs, you need space of 2 to 4 weeks within which the eggs will hatch after the first application. So sometimes when you apply treatment for bed bugs, the pesticide may not be able to kill the eggs depending on what system you apply. You can use heat treatment, you can use all sorts, right? But depending on the system you apply, if you are going via chemicals, then you will need some time between one application and the second application before you can completely eradicate bedbugs. Exactly. And sometimes if the infestation is very severe, you may need even more than 2 applications.
Because in some cases, in fact, I've seen homes in this Lagos, especially where you enter, like you just have the bedbug infestation just beyond this.
Oh yes, of course. I mean, even up to the ceiling,
dropping like ants.
That's right, exactly. From the ceiling,
it may look to you like something that is not. This is what we've seen as professionals that work on the field. You enter like, and people are living here, bedbugs everywhere, like ants all over the world.
Yes, that's right.
How do you treat that in one treatment?
No, it's not possible.
Prepare a change of treatment. Thank you, Mr. Chuks, for that. Awesome. I want to tell you something. Bedbug is one of the worst nightmare of many home users in Nigeria. And one key myth, that a lot of people carry, the myth is this, like this is a myth buster section. The blue bedbug is just for the poor. Bedbug is for people living downtown, Makoko, Mushin. Please, what do you say about that? Because
completely false. Look, you can go to some of the most expensive hotels and pick bedbugs from
most expensive hotel.
That's right.
High profile 7-star, 5-star hotel and pick bedbugs from there.
People pick bedbugs even from airplanes.
So
you can be traveling doing an intercontinental flight, and then you just pick up a bedbug.
So it is not a pest of the poor.
It's not for the poor.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
So it's a great misconception to think bedbug is for the motion of this world or the dirty place of this world. Even the banana island of this world. Because we have treated bedbug in most of the high-profile hotels around.
Okay.
You know, so it's not just about, so it's a misconception.
That's right.
You know, and one of the things is, you know, even public vehicles in Lagos and many places, public centers, bedbug treatment, you have to be conscious of bedbug. And finally, before we go on this show today, what is your last counsel advice to everybody watching this channel from anywhere? What will you tell to them about how to keep safe from this bedbug nightmare in Nigeria?
All right. So, you know, Adele said something very important, which is that it's not something for the poor. You can be rich, you can live in the best most affluent areas and you still have bedbug problems. Cleanliness will help, without doubt, but it's not the only way. So what people have to do is, first of all, if you know a place where bedbugs usually are, if you have a colleague, if you have a neighbor who has bedbug, you have to practice some form of protection for yourself. You frequent those areas less. You know, you have protective covering, you know, for certain things that are very important around you. If you find bedbugs in any part of your house, immediately begin to take action, because bedbugs are so bad, so terrible. I tell you something, some people assume that if you have bedbugs in the house and you just leave the house and go away for a while, they will die, you know, and so on. But no, that's not true. That's not true. You know, because what just tends to happen is bedbugs have been known to survive for 6 months without feeding. So they will just stay on, and when you come back, they now start feeding again. You know, they just find blood meals to take on again. So we need to understand all of this. Keep clean, quite all right. That will help. Not 100%, but will help. And then for every time we discover that there's a place around us, we just exclude ourselves from that.
Exclude yourself. Thank you so very much. What an awesome session we've had about bedbug. Thank you, Mr. Chuks.
Thank you.
I appreciate your coming to Pest Shop today. Pest Shop is a place that you get to see everything about pest control. And today we've been able to break the midst of bedbug is in only dirty places. You know, we now realize that you can find bedbug in the most urban and most sophisticated environment ever. So what to you on this channel of Know Your Pest, click on the link in bio, make your inquiries, and you want Mr. Chuks' contact, click on the links in bio. We're going to make it available for you. Okay, until next time that we'll come to you again with another episode of Know Your Pest, where we are going to be busting different misconceptions about pests and pest control issues in Nigeria and the world. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Click on it, click on that bell. You will get to see more of the content that we share here. And also, click on like, comment, make your comments, send your inquiries. We'll be here to listen to you. I am Ayode DFORTUNE, once again, your fumigation expert, DFORTUNE Pest Shop. Come to Pest Shop here in Lagos, in Lekki, in Ogudu, in Abuja, every of our centers. You're going to see amazing products that you're going to be able to use to solve your pest control challenges. You know, we have all the products, including equipment, machineries, and everything. See you again next week on Know Your Pest by DFORTUNE. Keep living pest free. Don't accept such mentality that bedbug and other pests are for just dirty environment. It's good to be clean. Cleanliness is part of it, just as Mr. Chuks said. But you see, it is not about it all. See you.